Meet Akankasha Singh, 27-year-old founder and director of Tuesdays Corp, a creative digital marketing startup based out of Pune. With 4 years of work experience and a double postgraduate degree from the UK, Akankasha started Tuesdays for web design, development and social media marketing.
Hi, Tuesdays is all about high voltage energy, enthusiasm, quirkiness, use of vibrant colors for all those who are technologically hungry and inquisitive. The name came into being with the fact that Tuesday is the most productive and the most efficient day of the week as per research, and we wanted all our days to be just this and much more. The idea behind Tuesdays is pretty simple. We aim at creating the online presence for new and established businesses, of creating their presence on various social media platforms in a bid to increase their online branding, help them acquire more customers, and just basically evolve as a business and as a brand. We have established a lot of online portals for shopping in the shopping segment. Business consulting firms and high street retailers' online presence has also been established by us. We've partnered with some really good third-party service providers, especially in terms of online transactions, and also built on various technology platforms until now, along with a team which has grown from a part-timing night jockeys to something like almost 24/7 technologically ravenous beings. I did not always know I wanted to become an entrepreneur or run a business. Until my first postgrad degree, I was really happy with the fact that I would be joining the corporate world. But it so turned out that my first professional stint happened to be in our family business, wherein for 1.5 years I was spread across domains and learning new things in the fields of marketing, technological aspect, quality control, purchase, and we can add a little bit of accounting also in that. But since my need to be a part of the corporate glamour had not been really accomplished up until now, I went on to join 2 big IT giants over a span of next 3 years, only to realize how different being an employee was and how different it was to run a business. Now, as a person, I hate anything which is restrictive, and the job scenario was doing just that. I was limited to a particular domain for a snoringly long period of time, and that was just not me. So that mental stimulation or that burning desire to do something of my own was already there. And with a little bit of soul searching and some research onto what I wanted to really do, Tuesdays was born. And my first step towards establishing Tuesdays was to find a mentor for myself. Now, as a person, I work really well in the Guru Shishya format. So I needed a mentor, and I knew it. And I need to be constantly bouncing ideas. I need to be constantly evaluating myself. I need constant appreciation as well as hammering, and all of it at the same time. And that is the time when I stumbled upon an article in yourstory.in which was about CARMa. And I recall reading a lot of articles in the Entrepreneur magazine written by Nandini. And that was it. I gave her a call and I discussed with her as to what I wanted to do and why I wanted to do it. And with a little bit of initial glitches in terms of market research and getting started, we were good to go.
But there's obviously much more to Akankasha than Tuesdays. So we asked her to describe herself in 5 words.
I'm like a duck. I'm really calm and composed with a very soft demeanor on the face of it all. But underneath, I am really frantic and restless. I'm always looking for something to do. I'm a pretty straightforward person. I cannot indulge much into chatting as such. Pretty sarcastic and blunt about myself as well, but then that's just how I am. I'm a self-confessed foodie, and I'm also a lot into experimental cooking in terms of having that element of something new and something different in whatever I make, whether it's spicy chicken or any kind of prawns or anything for that matter. And this having something different is a characteristic of my own, again, being a part of the food that I cook. And someday I definitely hope to have a shack in Goa, if nothing else, and full English breakfast. Anyone? I'm also a wannabe celebrity. I say it loud and unabashedly in hopes that someday the universe will conspire and this would actually happen. I do not know the whats and whys and hows and who's of it all, but I do hope that someday I would be featured in the corporate dossier and make my mom really proud of myself. Until then, I'm really happy being on CARMa Quotient.
What inspires you?
People inspire me. The ones who are aware of themselves, people of steely grit and determination who make things happen for themselves, people who live and appreciate life, people who think beyond the run-of-the-mill ideologies, people above the societal norms, artists and smart people, because I'm a great propagator of there being no substitute to hard work. And these people don't really have to be some far-flung big shot entrepreneurs or businessmen. They can be anyone, from a roadside artist to a protective mother to office boy to a partially able gym member. It could be just about anyone. It's just about a matter of observation. Books inspire me. I read a lot, and I'm always looking out for something which can enrich me on the subconscious level, so to say. I can sit in a bookshop for hours and wade through books only to find that one particular title which is going to make that difference. So it's not just about the mental simulation or the need to read, but it's something on the subconscious level which should really affect, so to say.
What's Akankasha like on a Sunday morning? What can we expect?
I look forward to a heavy breakfast and devouring the papers, but the best bit of my Sunday morning is giving Simba, my French Mastiff, a bath and scrubbing him clean. Now there's this trait about Mastiffs that they can actually generate conversations with their owners, from their owners, and that is so very true. I give him an entire overview of how my week has gone by, and he listens to me like he understands all of it. And it is actually a very accomplishing task in the sense that while I'm making my pet clean and gorgeous, I'm also washing away my own inhibitions and anxieties and fears and gearing myself up for the next week.
You're off to a great start, but what's the plan ahead? What next for Tuesday?
It's been 7 months of major growing up and learning. We've worked with real businesses as of now, so we have a better understanding of the areas to improvise on in terms of the current services that we offer. What we intend to do going forward is create a platform where we can proactively meet our clients' needs. We also intend to create intelligence of end user activities so that we can help our clients build a better marketing plan. This could be by way of product-driven approach or by just continuing and collaborating with more resources in our existing business model. I'm not restricted to just this. There are various other areas and opportunities which are open and which are being discussed upon simultaneously and would hopefully take shape very soon. And this particular feature is not really restricted to only myself. The entire team Tuesdays is always on a prowl to explore new and better approaches towards finding a solution. And the motto is that the hunger should always be there. One thing that has definitely come out of all of this is the sheer belief that I always followed unconsciously, that nothing is impossible. If we lay out all the odds and evaluate what we have rather than focusing on what we don't, if we're ready to get out of our comfort zones, then there's nothing that can stop an individual. If there's any truth to Maslow's theory of a human aspiring for different levels, then I would say that the path to self-actualization is actually by starting off. The highs and lows that one experiences, the sense of achievement a person gets after going with their gut feeling and coming out a winner, that sense of screeching in the head when things don't go as planned. It's amazing as to how we can experience all of these, that sense of exhilaration that we can get on a daily basis by just having our own setups. I'm not a very steady person in my head, and I'm quite proud of this feature of myself. I hate anything which is monotonous. I am not a particular person for routines. There's never a thing without color around me, and even while driving, I cannot be behind a particular car just like that. I always need to be a little bit onto the left so that I can see the straight road ahead. There's practically nothing which is not twisted around me, be it the products that we offer or the way we position our clients, brands. The element of something different basically is what I'm trying to say, that is always ubiquitously available. And we're still trying to figure out the best ways to implement this and constantly striving towards that. If there's anything like new entrepreneurial characteristics that are being listed down, then I would say that Tuesdays Corp is definitely doing that, and that is the way forward. Maybe it's about setting the new entrepreneurial characteristics, but these qualities definitely define what Tuesdays Corp is and how it's going to shape up in the future.
CARMa is proud to have mentored Akankasha and Tuesdays.